On this episode, Mike chops off the back of my car, I get very indecisive,
What do you think?
and the 180Sx is resurrected. Let's get it!
What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Drift Games vlog. I'm just back from the Middle East. I only arrived in this morning. I'm a bit tired, but I gotta come check on the progress of a lot of the projects we've got going on here. The big one being the competition car, which is miles away from being ready for the championship in the Irish and UK championships this year. We really have left it last minute, so now we're trying to panic on the aesthetics before we send it off to get all the mechanicals done. And before we go inside to check out what Mike's been up to, my eyes been caught by something over here, which is a little bit unusual, which is a Volvo. But I've heard rumours that it's not a normal Volvo. First of all, it looks very cool, by the way, on the wheel stand. Everything's cool.
The lights look very different to a normal
It's like they're
Volvo.
I don't know if they're painted. I mean, I know nothing about Volvos. I think the grille has been painted black and the light surrounds have been painted black. Either way, it looks quite cool. But check this out. Full SR20 setup inside. Really tidy job too. That's a very, very cool car. Speaking of cool cars, one that's not looking very cool at the moment is my 180Sx for competition. So let's go inside, talk to Mikey, and see where we're at.
We're here in Kern Motorsports. We're getting ready to start fitting the new BN style sports kit from TH Components. Window's getting very, very tight. A lot of work to be done. As you can see, we're going to cut off the back, put a clamshell on, fit the new skirts, rings, quarters, bumpers, and just essentially get it all ready to go to be wrapped next week. I've been left in control of a camera, so whatever I get, I get. Josh, I apologise in advance. So the plan is we're going to continue to use the same wings as last year because they're not actually that bad. Small little bit of damage here, nothing we can't repair. So it'll be the Origin wings and then the rest will be the BN style sports kit. So the first thing we're going to do is chop off the back of the 180, which I must admit now I'm very excited to do because I'm sick repairing this. Get mocking up this clamshell, hopefully get fitted on the car within the next hour or so. So there's no going back now, that's it. Back panel is now chopped off. Now it's time to get the clamshell on. So we have the clamshell on here now, roughly fitting up. The next stage is we're going to have to trim this out here just to get the wheel clearance, and then start fitting our over fenders on. We're slowly making progress. We've got the clam on, we've got the over fenders on, buttoned up nicely, just making sure everything fits, getting ready to do a little repair here in the boot lid from the walls in Buxton. Next time Dave does it, he won't be bending steel, he'll just be smashing fibreglass. The one issue we did run into is with our fibreglass doors. These doors came on the car, they've done a good few seasons. Dave wants me to repair them, and you know, something tells me it's not going to repair that easy. So we're actually in the process of finding two steel doors to put them on. With that much weight going out of the car, a little steel door isn't going to affect it that much. That bad, it won't even close. So we've just ran into our first small little problem, and that is with our light panel. So on the light panel they have these threads, you know, so you can put your nut in. It's grand, should be nice and simple. The only downfall is when you mock it up, it's not near. So what Wayne is trying to do is he's trying to weld a bolt onto a nut inside. It'll just give it that little bit of extra length. So we had to make these extenders, maybe that's what you want to call them, I don't know. It's a nut and a bolt welded together, but this is going to thread on here, and then that will give us the extra length to get into our hole down here and fit our panel. Mint. So let's get the back panel on now.
busy?
It's busy, yeah. Mind the front half.
Oh, I like the quad.
Do you know what? I must admit,
They're a bit different.
they're such a good fit. There's probably the easiest fiberglass kit I've ever put on.
So that's the clamshell is under that. So show me that.
So your clamshell is under here.
Mad.
And I wouldn't mind, it's only screwed on 3 here and 3 over there. It's on very solid.
That's mad how it looks like the metal.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it would just be like a flat
was
bit of fiberglass, but it actually replicas the entire steel. So we have the clamshell on, the rear quarters, which have a nice little kind of gap in them, which I quite like.
Yeah. Remember I talked to you about your doors?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I can't even open your door.
It's not good. So basically, I thought I had the wings in the doors, now I just have the wings.
Yeah, and then there's a big lump out your wing.
Right, so the wings aren't great.
I can repair that. That's the worst bit on the wings, but I can repair that. So that and the bonnet needs to be repaired tomorrow.
That's not the worst.
No, it's not the worst. It's fine. I've done worse, trust me. These holes as well. It's the bumper bar is too low and it's
Right,
too
so we need a new
tight in.
bumper bar in the front.
Now I've already been talking to Ryan. He says he's going to try and modify it without drastically changing it. So hopefully that is a quick, easy fix. Yeah. So we're not a million miles away.
But we have an issue with, you were saying, the reason I'm here is because we have an issue with the look of the car, because I wanted to go with this particular spoiler, but Mike's going to show you why this is a problem.
See where it's pushing it now? Like look over here. It's actually sitting on the quarter panel. I can get my finger underneath the wing here, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to force that down, which is going to break that.
Either space it up, which is like put a couple of washers under it to try and bring it up just above it.
That's not the biggest problem. See where it sits?
Yeah.
Your aero catches. So now if you want to change this spoiler, I actually have to weld a piece of steel in here and move your aero catches.
Right.
Time is coming in today.
Yeah.
But I have 2 options. Not that I'm saying
Yeah, this is the spoiler from the bash car.
from the bash car, right? Now this is a similar enough problem because this is actually meant to sit on here, so it won't sit right. But what we can do is, I can cut that corner off it, so she sits underneath. Now it won't fully go underneath because obviously we put up and down the boot lid.
Yeah.
You get me? But we can cut it and end it there and re-fiberglass like, so basically cut across there, just make a new shape out of it. That's one option.
So basically what you're saying is both are an absolute disaster.
But whatever you think yourself, I know how much style is a big part of your drifting career.
We're also going to have to lower the car.
Oh my god, no, this is the one that works. You won an event in this car, remember that?
We might have to lower the car, Mike.
You won an event in this car, this one works.
Look at where them skirts are. That is not acceptable.
We have the underskirts to go on.
Still not going to do it unless they're a foot. So we're going to have to lower a little bit, I think, to make it look cool.
This is the competition car. You have your fun low car. This is your winning an event car.
This has to look good though. I do like the fenders. I think they add a bit to it. I like the way.
I like the way they poke. I
like the way they poke instead of just coming all the way out. I think that looks really good. I like the skirts, the BN style looks really good
They
already.
go very well with the Origin wings,
Yeah.
which I was kind of, I didn't know what way it was.
It actually looks very well both actually. But
It's the spoiler.
yeah. We have options.
This one. That's it.
I think that is the one. I think this one. What do you think? Absolutely. I think this one. Yeah.
I don't.
Not just for the hardship of
I
mine.
just, it's
Hold there.
my personal opinion.
Hold it right there. I want to take a good look at it. I think space the spoiler up.
You want this spoiler?
Well, what you could do.
If you want this spoiler,
we'll make it work.
walk away and I'll get it. Don't ask me, I'll figure it out.
Don't ask me. Don't ask. Those corners, because the other one they had was 75 mil. These are only 55.
They go around
they-
here. It's
Yes.
not that there, it's...
They actually, they're that's actually quite wide as it is. The other wheels are wider than that, but we have a space around there.
But see, the thing is, once we get your new wheels,
Oh, we have 2 spaces around there. Grant.
once
So
we
I
get
think
your new wheels, we can...
once we get the new wheels for 59 degrees north, I think we'll be able to run them with no spacer. And they'll be 11s with very small offset, so it'll be perfect on the back. So we got some very special wheels coming, which are custom made for this car in a color combo that no one else will have. So I can't give too much away right now, but it's going to kind of match the livery that we're going on in the car. It's going to be pretty cool. I don't know if it's going to be pretty cool. In my mind, it's awesome. We're going to get the car sorted very, very soon. We're really stuck on time. The gearbox, we've got to change the spline, the clutch.
We got our bell housing.
We got a bell housing from an automatic S15, and we're getting an adapter so we can run wiring from the gearbox into the Link ECU to have flat shift.
Yes.
We've got what, 3.5 weeks? 3.5 weeks until the first round of the British Drift Championship, which is a bit stressful. But we've pulled miracles before.
Yeah, we'll just stay
We
here
only
for
have
5
another-
hours to figure out a spoiler, because that's very important for winning a drift race.
So I'm going to go off and start working on some of the other projects. Mike, I'm going to leave you to this. And I'm looking forward to seeing it all put together.
Me too.
and I know Wayne's going to love the fact that we're lowering it. I think he'll think that's the best thing ever.
That's Wayne's department, I'm just cosmetics. It's all good. You can have
Thank you
it.
so much so far. And let's see how this thing turns out in a couple of days' time. We interrupt this video to give a very special shout out to one of our partners here at Drift Games, Mobil 1 Oil. Mobil 1 Oil is used by some of the best drifters in the game, such as these guys. As you can see, even I made the cut into the best drivers in the game. What? So yeah, Mobil 1 is used by the best drifters in the world, and me. So as per usual, we turned the cameras off and then I sat here for about 5 minutes looking at everything, and now I've decided to go with this spoiler instead because I think it's a bit meatier, because the ducktail spoiler is normal, this is the origin one, but it's really beefy, and I think it just suits the lines of the car. And I think it's easier because we can cut this here and we can cut out where the aero catch is, so we don't have to re-weld the boot lid, and we can just get it nice and flush there. And I think if you look at the lines of the car, it sort of runs sort of nicely up along it. So now we're going to go out and try and see if the 326 spoiler looks good on the bash car, and then we'd have not as bad a feeling about buying it and we can just put on something else. Oh, that's perfect.
And as you can see, you can still open up your boot here. There's no...
Okay, job done.
Right, so we're going with the...
We're going with a swapperoo.
Swapperoo spoiler.
So we're back down to Curl Motorsport. The car is ready now to go to wrap. Mikey, a lot of work been done in the last couple of days.
A lot of work been done.
So the bumper, we have to change the bumper bar, as we said.
Not going to fit on, but yeah, I don't mind that.
We can get that done next week or so.
The bonnet was very bad. Like, the skin was in two halves. Chris Doyle, who absolutely abused the car last year, him and his friends do fiberglass work, so the boys actually just repaired the whole thing, and their words were, if that comes off, there's no fix it. There's no fix that anymore. Like.
Yeah.
It's like the only panel that and the wings we salvaged.
So basically you're telling me that this is the only wing that got nothing.
That's the only wing that got done.
So the roof, we've obviously had a little bit of
There's a small bit of rust and surface rust in place and all, so it was annoying me. It was annoying you more than it was annoying me. I would have just kind of turned the right to it.
bubbling up under the wrap. So we got
and it was
that.
getting bigger and bigger as the year went.
We got that repaired.
Yeah, done.
So the primer on perfect. Doors, we took off the fiberglass doors.
Doors, yeah, the fiberglass doors were
Just a...
Oh, they were falling apart. This one wouldn't close, like it physically wouldn't close.
Yeah.
So there was nothing we could do. I tried to get new fiberglass doors, we couldn't get them in time for a wrap, so let's go back old school.
So skirts are on, rear quarters are on. We ended up going with the ducktail style.
Ducktail style. We had to cut the edge of it here to just make it fit, because obviously it was designed to wrap around the standard quarters and not these.
You could have sided the ducktail spoiler.
Yeah, and then
how did you do that big?
Tommy Dunn there did it today with me. We just stuffed fiberglass in it, and then he just skin filler over it and just filled it down.
And then we rotated the
aero catches, because obviously the wire coming this way, they don't work because there's nothing for them to go into. So when the car goes up to get the gearbox in, Ryan in Vital Fabrication, he's just going to bring bars up here to put the receivers on. And we're also going to bring another bracket up here just to put a last bit of strength onto the clamshell, going from clamshell into the shell of the car and then into the bracket as well. So if it comes off, Dave, it's all your fault.
We've got bigger. I'm on my roof.
Yeah, you're on your roof.
got bigger.
At that stage, the car's gone.
We got bigger wheels. I really like how the spoilers come out on the car. I think it was the right choice in the end.
It was a good choice. It was still a fair bit of work.
Yeah.
But it was less work than going the
I
other
like
way.
these corners where they've got like a vent sort of here. I really like that look. I think when it's wrapped up,
when it's wrapped, yeah, it'll look mad.
So obviously with BN on the back as well.
Yep.
Next step now is to get the car loaded on the trailer, get it down to Moose Design, get the whole livery put on the car. A couple of changes from last year. Obviously it's a very different looking kit and wings and stuff, so it should look similar, but we're tweaking a couple of different bits and pieces. Mikey, well done.
It's not finished yet, obviously.
Yeah, so the one thing we have to do when it comes back is to tidy it is paint the inside, freshen up the dash a little bit, freshen up a couple
Are we going
of
to
bits.
go with Josh's good idea on the floor?
I think we should.
Yeah.
Skateboard grip.
Skateboard grip on the floor.
I think that's going to be a good idea.
I was thinking about it last night. I can't wait to let him do it, not me.
You were thinking about that last night?
Man, there's only like what, 3.5 weeks to BDC, like, am I the only one panicking here?
3 weeks.
3 weeks, the half week's gone to this Friday, like.
Half the week when we started this video.
And I has to go get a gearbox and oh my god.
There's a lot to be done. So it does look a bit rough and ready, but it is actually straight. And once the wrap goes on now, it's going to look brand new on the outside. So I'm looking forward to that. Let's get in the trailer and get down to Moose Design. Let's see what happens when we put the wrap on it. Thank you guys for watching. We think the 180Sx is now ready for its next transformation, which is a brand new livery wrap from Moose Design. We can't wait to see how it turns out. We got some new wheels going on. We got a sequential gearbox going in. We're going to get it remapped onto Sunoco race fuel. Lots of crazy stuff coming up in the series, so don't miss it in future episodes. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit the notification bell on so you're notified every time we upload a new video, and we'll see you on the next one.